Hi everybody, welcome to another episode on Havoc TV. I'm Mikaylin Rhode, aka The Rambler, aka Mickey. And welcome to Fabian. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm good. Yourself?
I'm fantastic.
Nice having you guys.
Yeah, no, it's actually nice having you. We actually know you from the Dino Day. Yeah, you can go left here, yes, immediately.
Okay.
We actually know you from the Dino Day. But just before we talk about anything, just guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, don't forget at the bottom of the comment section, please give us comments and tell us what you thought about this episode. So yes, Fabian, I actually met you at the Dino Day for the first time.
Yes, yeah. Nice evening.
Yeah,
Very lovely evening.
It was cool though, like a Friday evening, something different. We
Yes.
tried to do something different. I think that was why we tried the Friday. Because everybody does a Dino on a Saturday morning or a Saturday afternoon. You know, nobody really does a Friday evening.
Yeah.
You're gonna go left here at the robot.
Cool.
So yeah, so sorry guys, you know, a lot of people we rather just try and in between you'll hear me giving him directions, but yeah. So just quickly, what are you driving?
Audi S3 8P. This is
Okay.
a 2011 model. CDL engine.
Okay.
I think the Edition 35s as well.
It's got this motor in, doesn't it?
Yeah, Edition 35 and this one is the same. So
Okay.
Edition you won't see all over. Quite
Yes.
pricey in a 6R. Also
Yes,
CDL.
that's correct. I was gonna say a 6R's got that same motor. Eh?
6R, yes. So CDLs is it looks very similar to the Golf 5's engine. Just a
Okay.
bit stronger on the rods, on the internals. It can hold
Yes.
more power.
Yes.
And it came out to a KO4, obviously.
Yes.
Versus the KO3.
The KO3,
spec.
yes, that's correct.
Which Audi made with the Quattro.
So stock they're supposed to make what, 160 something?
188.
Oh, 188. That's correct. Sorry,
Euro spec,
188.
yeah, the Euro spec was spec on 195
Okay.
or German spec or
Yeah.
whatever they call
Yeah.
it. But 188 is quite a lot for a car
No,
coming out
definitely.
of the box or
No,
of
it
the
is.
size. I mean, it's
Yeah.
4-door compact hatch, but so much power is more than enough.
No,
The
definitely.
normal Golf 6, 7s come out
Yeah.
230 about, which
Yeah.
is not so far off versus 10 years ago.
No, exactly. And I
Yeah.
think the cool thing about this car is like you got the power, but you also have this 4-door vibe. So
Yes, the comfort.
it's kind of still like a little even though you don't really maybe use it as a family car, but it can be used as a
No,
family
I
car.
do actually,
Oh, is
because
it?
I've got 2 kids here.
Okay,
Uh,
okay,
The seat is always a car seat. I drop my child every day with this car.
okay.
I drive every day with this car. So that's
Okay.
a nice thing of having it, the convenience with my family.
Yes.
I can go to Hermanus or wherever,
Yeah,
straight
exactly.
by, and just get in the car and take a long drive.
Yeah.
So quite interesting to have that features.
Yeah, and then you still got the power. I mean, you do make a
Yeah.
lot of power. We'll get to the power later on. We'll have a chat about what kind of power you're making and all of that. I think when we do some pulls like later on, guys, I'm gonna open up for you, and then you guys can kind of hear what the car sounds like. It does sound really nice. It does sound a lot like a Golf 6, so you will get that same kind of drone. But this car is very nice. We've seen it on the dyno. Also, guys, I do know. I actually made not fun of him, but I teased him a lot at the dyno day. But it is actually stock internals, so it's not a car. It's making a lot of power for a stock car, and when I say stock, I'm talking about stock motor. So there's no forge internals, there's no forge rods, there's no. Is there LP head bolts or rod bolts? None of that, right? So everything is completely stock. It makes a lot of power, guys, for a stock car. We will get to the power later on. And you guys are going to be impressed when you hear what type of power this car actually makes. I was impressed on the day of the dyno. I was like, okay. And then when you said it was stock, I was like, you're talking nonsense. Like I was teasing all the BMW guys. But the BMW guys were trying to hustle me though. They were hustling me.
6-cylinder cars.
They were actually hustling me
The
though.
4-cylinder.
Yeah, they talk nonsense,
versus
man. Nah, look here, even
engines.
350 kilowatts I expect from a 6-cylinder turbocharged. But when you're making that type of power in a 4-cylinder, at the robot you're gonna go right there.
Okay.
When I see it out of a 4-cylinder motor, then I'm saying to them, now I'm impressed. Now I'm starting to become a bit more impressed.
Yeah.
But for me, when a 6-cylinder is making that kind of power, it's supposed to be. It's a big engine.
Yeah, it's a big engine.
You know, and
Especially
you're
top
slapping turbos on it. Two
Correct,
of them, in
yes.
fact, and they were
Yeah.
hybrids.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. So, what else is done to this vehicle in terms of mods? If you're willing to give us all the
Sure.
specs.
What's nice about this cars is they already come out strong enough.
Yes.
Right? So you don't need to do too much after that to actually gain too much power out of it.
Yes.
Which is a good thing because people don't tend to like to spend a lot of money
Yeah.
out of a car and getting performance like nothing. So just hold on, guys. So I've started with the turbo. I've hybrided the internals on my turbo.
Okay.
KO4.
Okay.
Stock housing. So was a guy, Hurricane Performance, obviously.
Yes.
As you know them.
Yes.
They did a KO4 hybrid for me.
Okay.
Which is
So
a-
it's a KO4S,
it's
as
a
they would
KO4.
call it.
Yes, but
What it is.
there's so many different specs on this.
Yes.
Because you can buy a KO4 that pushes the X amount of power. 350 brake horsepower, 400 horsepower. It all depends on how many power you're actually looking for.
Yeah.
So they did the internals, and we were also quite surprised.
Got the circle left.
We were also quite surprised that
Left, yeah.
we've gained so much power. So we've got
Yes.
the hybrid turbo.
Okay.
I've got intercooler. I've got the exhaust, full exhaust, 76. And then we got intake, CTS
Okay.
intake,
You go up there.
straight.
Yeah, up there.
Got CTS intake.
Okay.
And then I've got Autometh.
Okay.
It's a progressive kit.
I was gonna ask, yeah, Poppy Stage 2 kit.
Yeah, stage 2. People tend to get it wrong when it comes to Autometh kits. Progressive is the one you should actually go for. You get ones much cheaper,
That's
which
correct.
is Snow Performance, very good quality one. And then GFB boost controller,
Yes.
which actually helps a lot with your daily driving, with your long distance driving, with your track days. So you can set your maps accordingly. Like
Yes.
me and you driving like it's a normal car easily here. Can just boost 1 bar, 0.8, and you can set it up to 1.8 or 2 bar depending on
Exactly.
how the turbo is actually
Yes.
mapped
Spec,
for your
yeah.
car. Yes. So very impressive. I have fun with it every day. So sometimes I try to drive on my race map every day just to have fun. Because when you get
Yeah.
in a car, alright.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
When you have a car that's very fun, you actually just want to have fun all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, this car it's pretty nice. I mean, this is the way it's driving right now. It's pretty smooth still. It's not too hard. I mean, you do get, but I mean, our roads aren't that bad, but you do get some areas where the roads are quite bad.
Yeah.
And you do feel it's obviously hard, like a normal car that's low. Any car that's low is always going to be a bit hard in the corners.
Correct, yes.
Or over little bumps and stuff like that. But it's quite tight and it's quite nice and soft when you're driving normally. So it actually drives pretty nicely. So what kit do you have in here?
This is an ARC kit,
Okay.
coilovers.
Okay.
Just after lockdown, we struggled to get any type of coilovers or anything shipped in.
Yes.
And on the Quattros, especially these ones, it's very scarce to get a kit.
Okay.
You need to go to BC coilovers
Or probably H&R.
or H&R, but
Yeah.
H&R will mostly have the springs.
Yes,
So
that's
it's
correct.
not easily accessible to get this type of
Yes.
coilovers.
Yes.
So anything I got my hands on, because I was looking for coilovers for quite a while.
Okay.
Finally I got one and I just put it in because the Hildex, which is a Quattro system,
Yes.
it's bigger than the normal coilovers. So it's
Okay.
not the same. It's very difficult. The
Okay.
front ones will fit, but not at the back. So that was a tricky thing on this cars, and I
Okay.
think all of the guys experience it because you'll see most of the guys driving the APs, they'll have springs.
Okay.
They'll have lowering
Okay.
kits.
Yes.
H&R 35, 40 mils.
That's correct.
A lot. Or A. One
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the
There
two.
is the other option.
So that's basically that. But yeah, quite got it right, and it looks much better.
Yeah.
The standard springs is not so high in anyway. If you can check the standard springs,
Yeah, they're not.
the level, they're a bit lower.
Yeah.
Sport suspension.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's just the coilovers springs are a bit thinner than the original spring.
Yes.
It's very scary.
That's correct.
But funny enough is I drive track day with this car at
Okay.
Kalani, which is
Okay.
the circuits. You guys probably know
Yes.
street track day. And that's the fun part of it. I mean, I drove with the suspension, nothing wrong. Had a lovely day doing my drags, doing my daily, doing my track day. So
Yes.
using it basically for everything.
Yes, and you raced now not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
the
on
last
Thursday,
robot
yes.
racing event on Thursday, I think it was. You
Thursday,
raced.
yeah. So I
How was
drive-
that? How did you do against?
Yeah, very fun.
Did they have times?
No.
No way, they didn't do a timing
Only
event.
street to strip and MSI's time.
Okay.
All the robot racing, as you
That's
guys know,
correct.
it's just
Yeah,
for fun.
normally.
Yeah, it would be nice if the guys start putting up sometimes for the people.
Yeah.
They'll even pay a bit more. So
Yeah, you see, but so the city. So yeah, so for those that don't know, I do work at Killarney. I do actually commentate there. And you can go into the right lane, just watch this camera here. And yeah, so unfortunately, because the city obviously is funding whatever they need to fund for that event. See, once you start, so I think people need to understand how it works, is that once you start doing a timed event, you're starting to pay more money because you have to have somebody manning that timing system, and that timing system needs to be set up. So you're actually paying another person for the day.
yeah, which is not allowed for.
Not this one, but the next one. You're going to turn right with that white car's turning. So how it works is because obviously the city obviously put a certain amount of money out for the event. And once you're starting to go timing system, you are looking at costing, and then you're looking at it costing a lot more money. And because it's costing more money, is the city giving enough money to be able to run the event as a timed event? Because remember that is supposed to be an event that was supposed to be every single week.
Yeah.
And so
Supposed
because
to
it's
be,
go-
yes.
yeah, so because it's going to be every week, to put a timing system up every week, it's pricey. It starts becoming very expensive.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people need to just understand where that's coming from. So we understand people's gripe, and we understand people are disappointed, and but can we have a timing system? But people need to understand also that there is a costing involved, and that becomes quite pricey for both Killarney and the city.
Yeah. I think the main thing is the spectators thing, where most of the people actually, where Kalani maybe makes money from, or enough money to fund those things.
Yeah.
And spectators are coming back now, surely. There was a lot of spectators on
Yes.
Thursday as well.
Yes.
Which is good progress for the
Exactly.
first event.
Exactly.
Opening up for spectators, it was crowded. So
That's
yeah,
correct.
I think it's gonna improve
It
much
will,
more.
because at the end of the day, you must remember, people are hungry, brother.
Yeah, they
People
are.
want to see racing again. People want to get back to
Yeah,
that
true.
to that normality, man.
Yeah,
I
true.
think it's that thing of,
Yeah.
we're now tired of COVID, let's be honest. Everybody's
yes.
tired of it. People
Oh.
have what we call COVID fatigue.
Yes.
So COVID fatigue is caused by the fact that we hear it all the time, and we're just tired of it now. We're tired of wearing masks. We have to follow the law. I mean, we have to still do what we have to do. I mean, I'm a teacher, and I still have to, unfortunately, wear my mask every day. I have to wear it all the time. I talk with my mask all day, which is one of the reasons why when I get an opportunity like this and I don't have to wear one, I don't, because
Correct.
I have to wear it all the time.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And so it is frustrating, because you do get tired of it. I mean, it's normal. We're human beings.
Yeah, no, I agree
So I
with
think everybody wants to get back to racing, and there's a nice speed bump coming up here now. Eh?
you. Okay.
It's quite a high one.
It's a culture, a racing,
Yeah,
racing
exactly.
culture, and they cannot take the culture away from it.
They can't.
It will
And it's a
never
Cape
happen.
Town, like in Cape Town, we have a really big racing culture.
Yes, really
Like
big,
massive here in Cape Town.
Nah.
We have a massive culture, and so a lot of people want to get back to racing. And I think once racing really takes off again, it's gonna make money again. There's no doubt about it.
It will boom.
We're going to get people coming, and we're going to get spectators. We're going to get the people coming back to race. Even if it costs them $200 to race, guys are going to do it, whether we like it or not. Straight, yeah. Guys are going to. It's just, at the end of the day, everybody wants to, and people, like I say, people are hungry for it again.
They will most definitely.
Exactly. So anyway, just getting back to the car. So the Go Fast Bits,
Accessories,
The-
gadgets.
yeah, the boost controller, the electronic boost controller. I was actually looking at one for my car. But just how do you find that electronic boost controller, actually having one, the benefits of actually having one?
Oh, this is a lifesaver. A lifesaver of a gadget and a device,
Yeah.
because this car tends, I'm making example, I can boost up to 1.8 bar on this car.
Okay.
So you cannot drive on 1.8 bar every day, the whole day.
Yeah,
your
exactly.
car won't last, it won't be reliable.
That's correct.
Your car needs to also have holdouts. You're not going to drive to Joburg or 500 kilometers on 1.8
yeah,
bar
exactly.
boost all the time. No, so you set it down. Immediately you go to map 1, which is a 1 bar map, or 2, and so you can set it randomly. And
That's correct.
that actually keeps your car also intact. I mean,
Yes.
your car will last longer, it will drive more smoother, and it's too aggressive on boosting 1.5 as well. You cannot boost, you'll feel always there's like a pull on the car.
Yes.
Versus on a lower bar, it's smooth, like
Yeah.
totally smooth. So yeah, that's a nice thing about it. You can see, and then a boost controller as well.
Okay.
Shows you how much.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It shows you exactly. So we're on minus. So if I can just go down, you can see. See, that's like going over 1.6 bar.
Okay.
Because I'm giving it too much. So
Yeah.
it varies.
But at least the cool thing with that is it holds back, so there's no overboost
Yeah.
for too long. Because sometimes the car tends to spike, and you don't actually know it's spiking for that long, and you could actually damage something. We're gonna follow where that BM is actually going.
Okay.
So yeah, so that thing I was also looking at, because it's cool because you can obviously set it and it obviously then pulls back the car. So if you're only setting it for 1.4 bar, you can put foot flat and the car is not going to go to 1.6. It's not
Yes.
going to go to 1.7.
Now it will cut off.
It's going to hold the car back at
Cut off,
1.4. Yeah, which is pretty cool to have, like you're saying, and like you. So guys, what you do is it's got like this button that you obviously switch, and you switch over to the second
Maps,
setting,
yeah.
third setting, fourth setting.
So I just did it on 1 now. I'm just making an example for you. So as you can see on the boost controller, it will just 0.9 bar. It won't go past.
Exactly, and you can feel the difference.
Yeah, you can feel
Immediately.
No, obviously. It's
Because
like,
I could feel it there when you got into
it
where you
was
got to
more
now.
aggressive.
It was more aggressive than
okay,
what it is.
This is on like maybe a 1.2 bar boost map. It's just in normal drive, which is straight, eh?
Yeah, straight.
It just stops at 1.2
And you can
bar.
still feel the difference.
Yeah,
So you can actually feel it was quicker than the previous one, and you can feel it was slower than the one you
Yes,
had
yes.
earlier on.
Exactly. And then if you push it up and you're boosting on, like,
So what you have it now on?
I've got it on 3. You can have 6 different maps on this setting.
Yeah. So what boost you have it on? 1 point.
1.6,
Okay.
which is left.
Yeah, left. So yeah, guys. So we're actually gonna start doing some pulls now. Now once he has some space and some nice road, and then also just getting back to your car quickly. In terms of power figures, what actually did you make? You made 312 kilowatts, and the torque.
570 newtons.
Yeah, it was like 570. Yeah, it was quite high. It was almost on the 600 mark.
It is a lot.
Yeah,
The
it is.
problem with that is with the torque, and the power is not a problem, it's the torque. It's the clutches. This is a DSG box. So it's very difficult to keep up with those clutches. So I'm just gonna pull.
Yeah. Oh, this thing runs very nicely. Smooth. So
Yeah.
smooth. Like
And
the
when you-
power comes in it like progressively, man. It's nice.
Yes, it's a smooth run, straight.
You're gonna go straight, yeah, so in that lane.
So what happens is on a highway, it always feels like a normal car.
Yes.
Like I can drive it like as we're driving now. I'll just put it on normal D. So it's always feels like a normal car
Yes.
on a daily drive.
Yes.
So as soon as you open it, it will actually
Yeah.
make a proper
And your
noise.
water mid spraying continues.
Yes.
Well, obviously it's on. I also
Only-
have a progressive kit, and I also
Yes.
prefer progressive because to me it's not. Because your normal kits they only spray on peak boost.
Yeah.
Whereas at least with this, you can set it
Correct.
to start spraying
At certain times. It
at certain
depends-
times, and then obviously
If-
as you get through the boost, it obviously increases the amount
Yes.
of spraying.
The more you boost, the more it will spray.
That's great. So you're gonna stay in this lane, and you're gonna go that way. We're gonna go back to Cape Town, basically. Okay.
Which way?
So you're gonna go follow the road like this. Stay in this lane. Stay in this lane.
Oh.
And then no, there.
My
Okay, it's
bad.
fine. Go straight rather.
Follow this road, this two roads.
It's alright. Stick to this. Okay.
fine.
So it's fine, guys. We made a bit of a mistake there, but it's alright. He actually feels like taking the car on the N1. That's actually why. He's making as if. Sorry, I'm just adjusting this. The suspension caused a bit of okay. So yeah. So as I was saying now, it makes pretty good power, and as you say, the clutches, which is always something that we talk about with a lot of guys with DSG boxes. They don't realize it's cool to have DSG, but the clutches are the problems on these cars when you're pushing power too far.
You can have all the power, but the clutch won't keep up.
No.
I've burned the one clutch already, boosting 2 bar. So we're from 2 bar. I can boost 2.2 bar, but it's not gonna work.
Oh, this thing runs flipping well, and you can feel that there's still so much more.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it. Like we're going. I think you maybe want to take a left, and we can come back down rather. So you can actually feel it. Like you can feel it flipping goes, but you can feel there's still more to it. Eh?
Yeah, there is. The thing is, what I like about it, there's top end power as well.
Yes, it does.
It will just cut out when it starts over boosting. Which way?
I don't know if there's a turn to the right there.
Which
You're
one?
gonna have to check up here. Just go up here, yeah.
My bad. So I'm just trying to work on top end power because out of the blocks with launches with these cars, they're amazing.
Yeah, they are.
The Quattros, they have like incredible launch. I mean,
Yes, they do.
All the front wheel and the rear wheel cars actually struggle to keep up.
That's correct, yeah.
It's just top end power. I mean,
Yes.
4-cylinder can only give so much.
That's correct.
And then that's where
So you go right there.
BMWs with the 6 cylinders actually comes in
Yes,
top end.
you
they
do get them.
always,
That's
okay, it's
correct.
normal. And I actually want to work on that. Basically from 3.
Yes.
Because 1, 2, it's fine. You'll always win big cars.
But don't you find with a hybrid though, it does help a lot on top? Because the hybrid is technically giving you the best of both worlds.
No, it does, yes. But
Still not enough.
it's still not enough on,
Okay.
on top end.
Okay.
On the 4 cylinders.
Yes.
If it was a 6 cylinder, yeah, by all
Yeah,
means it should have
yeah.
won. But on 4 cylinders, it's a bit tricky. Or maybe I should just go back to the drawing board and start tweaking again to just make sure I've got my combinations
Yeah.
right.
Look,
So,
I think what you have here is a good combo. I just think your next step then is actually to go big turbo.
yeah,
That would possibly be
yes.
your next option if you're looking for that, if you're looking for that top end, but then you
Exactly, yes.
lose the bottom again.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that goes with it. It's the same like, okay, I gain more than 300 kilowatts on stock fueling, stock injectors, stock fuel pump. So once you go big turbo, all those things need to change.
Yes.
And fueling can get
Fueling
expensive.
becomes the problem.
Yeah, it becomes,
So,
it's maxed out.
Like I'm actually having issues with my car. So what my car, so I've got GT30 on mine, right? But what's happening on my Astra is that I'm having fueling problems in terms of it's not as easy as people think,
Yeah, it's not.
So I had to go bigger injectors.
Yes.
So I can't go 470s, I had to go 630s.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So I've got to go
Yeah.
big injectors. I had to change the fuel pump because I had to go
you see, your fueling
with
is
a
vital.
fuel pump.
Yeah.
I've got a meth kit as well, also running progressive kit, stuff like that. But you have to look at, when you start going that option, exactly what you're saying, is that then you're starting to look at more changes.
Yes.
And you're starting to look at all the other things. And when you actually look at it, the bill starts going.
Yeah.
So
goes big.
your shopping list gets longer and longer and longer.
It's true. eh?
It's not just changing a turbo. So
Yeah,
when
it's
you
not.
start going that route, it is a lot bigger shopping list. But once you go that route, I think it's just different. I think people don't understand that. Well, maybe they do. People do understand, but those that don't have big turbo, it's another story though.
Yeah, it's another story. The nice thing about this car is versus a fully normal car,
Yes.
fully interior car, which I drive a lot. For the times it's doing, it's not bad. It's running in 12s.
Okay.
I'm tending for low 12s.
You probably get 11s on this car if you
Yeah.
really.
I did 12.6 on 260 kilowatts.
Okay.
And afterwards gaining my 300 kilowatts with some tuning I haven't timed
Yes.
again. So my mission is actually to run in 11s. 11.9, even if it's 11.99, it's fine.
Exactly. It doesn't
I just
matter as
wanna-
long as you're into the 11s.
with the
it's in
normal,
the 11s
with my
exactly.
basic, but the engine mustn't
With
be
a s-
open.
That's correct. With a
That's-
street car, with stock internals, all of that.
Yes, that's
That's
all I want to
correct.
achieve first.
Yes.
Before I make any other move. So
Yes.
if I can achieve that, I'll be fine.
Yeah. And I think there's so many things with racing though. Like people think it's just all about power. And you can make 400 kilowatts, bro. You can make 600 kilowatts.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
about
about the
tuning.
power. It's about how you put that power down.
It's true.
And so
You
it's
need
going to
to
come
make
down
use
to
of it.
suspension setup. It's going to come down to your tire setup. It's going to come down to a lot of other things. It's so much more important than just putting power down. While making big power. It's about putting that power on the ground
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
effectively and making sure that it puts all its power down, or at least
Correct.
90% of its power onto the ground.
Yeah. I
So yeah, that's the trick with racing, I guess.
think these cars, they tend to keep their power down
Yes.
with the all-wheel system. So Quattro is a lifesaver. If all the cars had it, if a Golf
Yeah.
6 can have it, I think you'll run much better than
Yes.
coming out of the blocks.
Yes.
Like you saw what BM did now with the X Drive.
Yes,
the
exactly.
guys getting on
That's
all-wheel
correct.
drives, which makes a big difference.
It does. Makes a massive difference. You can go straight. Yeah.
So that's actually where we need to get to, like
Yeah.
getting out of the blocks. But yeah, you need to enjoy the car and all the features. Like I said, we're
That's
doing
correct.
track day, doing racing, having family times, doing vacations. That's
That's
a
correct.
universal package. So
So this one's got a Haldex system, right? So this is so just for the people that's watching. So the difference between full Quattro and Haldex is basically Haldex kind of puts more of its power to the front wheels. So I think it's a 60-40 split or a
it
70-30
varies,
split,
yeah.
but it will vary depending on whether the car feels that it needs to throw more power to the back or if it needs to split the power.
Yes.
So it throws the power around, obviously based on traction, and where it feels it's losing traction, it will then throw some more power. So it does that. Whereas a full Quattro system, like for example an RS5, an RS4, where it's got full Quattro, that doesn't have that ability to throw the power around. It just gives a 50-50 split.
and it just goes.
And it gives a 50-50 split. And however that car puts its power, it's going to put it down in a 50-50 split. It's going to light up all four tires if it has to. And that's it. Where at least with this, we've actually seen it on a Golf 7R once before. From up in the tower. We actually watched the back wheels on a R.
spin.
And as soon as it gets the wheels, as soon as you see it spin, it's like within a split second, bro. You just see that tire doesn't spin any
Yeah.
longer because you can see the car pulled
amazing, yes.
power out of that tire
True.
or
It's-
out of
it's
that
all it
wheel. So you're
needs.
gonna go left, so you're gonna go all the way to the far left lane. And you could actually see immediately how that Haldex system took the power, or the spare taxis. So how it took the power and it just, the wheel did this and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Wow.
And we were like, yo, you can actually see it with your own
very
two
cool.
eyes how the system works.
It's very cool. And it helps a lot. It helps all the cars.
That's correct. It helps big time.
No, it helps a lot, especially with timing.
That's
Reaction
correct.
timing, launching timing, spin timing. It just changes the whole game.
Exactly.
1 second is a lot in a quarter mile.
Brother, people think 1 second, oh yeah, what's 1 second?
No,
Dude,
that-
1 second is a massive gap.
lot.
It's
You
a
can have a
big
10-second
difference.
car, 9-second car with a second.
Listen, let me tell you
Difference.
something. A lot of people don't know that when you go from 10 seconds to 9 seconds,
it's
everybody says, oh yeah, but 9. When you go from 10 to 9,
It's a different game.
then you're starting to look at big money.
Yeah,
When you're going from 9 to 8, you're looking at even bigger money.
true.
So,
That's right.
you're gonna go left, yeah. So people don't know that it's easy to go from, it's not as much money to go from 12s to 11s, right? But when you're going from 11s to 10s, it's big money.
Yeah, it's big
when
money.
you're going from 10s to 9s, it's bigger money. When you're going from 9s to 8s, it's bigger, and it goes like that all the time. Because that's not easy to get to 8 seconds to 9 seconds. Yeah. I actually want to see if I can maybe open up so they can hear how it sounds. If we got some space.
But bumpy roads.
Yeah, it's a bumpy road. But it's the one road where we got these buildings on the side, so now you can really
Hear the echoing.
you can
especially with the bridge.
Yeah, you
That's a
can
nice
actually
thing.
hear it.
Oh, the bars, yeah.
Yeah.
Afrikaans is saying bars.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you're gonna go around and we're basically going back to where we were. Okay. But yeah, so thanks so much though, Fabian. I actually enjoyed myself in this car. Really nice car. Like I said, I've seen this car. It looks really good, but never got a chance to actually drive in it before. But but thanks so much. It's really been an awesome interview. Really awesome car.
Yeah, thanks guys. Finally I'm here at the house of Havoc.
Yeah.
I hope to see a lot more faces
Yeah.
on the channel. You guys must subscribe,
Yeah, please.
share and like.
Yeah.
That's what we're all gonna
See
do.
the men's mat.
Okay, let's
So thanks so much, Fabian. Really cool. I love this car. I'm not a big VW fan, but I really do like this car. It's very nice. It's well refined. It puts the power down. It really, geez, they're gonna probably laugh when they see my face. Because there was a part where I was like, this is getting quick.
No, it's
We can't obviously say what speed we did there now, but I mean this car really climbs very quickly.
it does, yeah.
So thanks so much though for availing yourself, and thanks for bringing the car around.
Now I hope I'm gonna see you guys soon.
Yeah,
With some
hopefully,
dyno runs.
hopefully
You
we're
guys-
gonna see you at our dyno day. 'Cause
I
we're gonna
hope
go
so.
again.
I hope
We're gonna
so.
be at MPC again.
I hope so. As long as all the Audis are there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Yeah, there'll probably be a lot of Audis again as usual. But thanks so much, and also guys, don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget at the bottom, please, to please comment at the bottom and tell us what you thought about the interview. Also, don't forget that we're at 10 Durham Avenue in Salt River. We're next to Powerflow. Come and pop around, come say hi, come check us out. We've got a coffee shop as well as a detailing service, diamond detailing. And just come and say hi, pop around, and just come and see who we are, and just come and basically have a nice social with us. We are very nice guys. Please don't think that we're not gonna welcome you. Okay.
Yeah.
This is Havoc TV, completely disruptive.